Hello everybody, Exodus here. As you can see, this is more Destiny gameplay. This is the strike from the new expansion, The Dark Below, that came out on December 9th. Obviously, I know there's two strikes if you have PlayStation 4. I play on the Xbox One, so this is the only new strike that I'm able to take advantage of. And it's a very good strike in my opinion. They did a lot of things different from the normal, things that you saw in the original games release. And so it's enjoyable. I figured I'd play this one and show it. It was just a chill stream, this particular stream that I did on Twitch, because I'd done a lot of raiding and helping a lot of people out, and I wanted to level a couple things up. I got the new glass house off Xur, for my Titan, so I'm on my Titan again. And my nephew and I just wanted to run through and just have a chill afternoon, and it was over the weekend, and do some fun stuff. So there's a couple things I want to talk about. Again, kind of already segued into it, how with Destiny changing things up each expansion, it's they did a good job in regards to this strike in relation to all the past strikes. As you can see, there's a plethora of enemies that pour out. First you start off with the Fallen, and then here come the Hive invading, and it's really awesome if you have AE type classes or builds, because you can even do the Arc Blade on the Hunter and still do area damage and just spill out tons of orbs for your teammates so that they can chain their super, and then you pick up their orbs, and then you do another super and just constant chain. And on this particular case, my nephew and I are both on our Titans playing Striker. So as you can see, Fist of Havoc. And the random guy we got matched up with was a Void Walker Warlock. And so boom, Nova Bomb. Just everyone's spilling out orbs for each other. And as you can see, he already had the super back again because the orbs, the two Striker Titans, we put out for him. So it's chaotic. It's in this area. I mean, you saw this area in the prior to the expansion through various missions, etc. But they definitely made it a lot more intense for this strike. I'd like to see them do something similar in regards to the next expansion, which is amplify the strikes. I mean, it's no secret that I've said it time and time again to people I play with, but this will be the first time you hear me saying it on YouTube, that they need to have more variety and more available strikes each expansion. One is not enough. Even if you're on the PlayStation, I'm sure you'll agree 2 is not enough. They need to do more strikes, because if they're just going to reuse the mission, playable areas, then I don't see the difficulty in making, more additional strikes than what's currently available in their given allotment of 1 to 2. They should be able to amplify it even more and, progress it. Yeah, I understand they want to stick around a centralized story, but there's ways that they can easily manipulate the content to fit their storyline. Another thing I'd like to talk about is the next expansion, House of Wolves. I truly hope they open up a huge plethora of content within the Reef. Now, I know the raid's supposed to be there, but they need to not only maybe do a PvP related Reef map, because they already have a Mercury one, and Mercury isn't even an explorable, playable area with it, through the first 2 expansions thus far, but it is in the PvP. And I'm not a huge PvPer, just because again, it just seems a little too easy, for the majority of the time. The times that it's not easy is, I don't even know when I'm not even playing it, I guess. Because every time I play it again, like I said in another video, it's just it just doesn't seem like there's a true skill system that matches you up in a good manner to the people you're playing with or against if you're going by yourself. So, again, without going on too much of a tangent in that regard, the Reef, you only have 2 cutscenes that you see it currently, and that's through to the first original game's release and then the expansion. I would love to see PvP related maps maybe come from there. Obviously explorable areas, because if that's where the Awoken is stationed, it'd be nice to be able to learn a little bit more about the Awoken, or walk amongst them, have another little city area to buy stuff, sell stuff, whatever, get faction with. They already did the Queen's Wrath event. Maybe open that up to where you're engaged with that faction again in a permanent basis. Also have missions there, strikes there, not just the raid, because right now, again, why have it if you're not going to utilize it? So I think that would also open up a lot more and quell the negativity that you constantly see on forums, on social media of people, because it would be a bunch of things that people haven't seen. Now I know it's already been leaked on what they are releasing, how many of strikes, how many raids, and all that stuff. But at the same time, I love to think that they would just use that as a baseline and add more stuff. But I mean, if we're going to be honest, they're not. So it's unfortunate, because I know from what they said, it's already a lot less than what I just mentioned. But they definitely need to, if not on release, have all that stuff in the Reef. They need to implement it over the course of that expansion's lifetime. Because I think from March 10th is when it comes out till the next expansion won't be until I think September, they said. So essentially it'll be the 1-year anniversary of its initial release. That's quite a while to go without any new content. And when you look at it, and as I mentioned in a previous video, there's only been 2 events, the Queen's Wrath and the Iron Banner. And the Queen's Wrath was only used once because it ended up being a fail. And Iron Banner has been used consistently, but there's no change as far as the actual game type you're playing. It's constantly control, and they did, retool it to make it better as far as giving you an advantage if you have better gear, better guns, etc. Which is all fine and well, but there's not, there's not the variety there. So you can't tell me that you're only going to give us, 1 of this or 2 of that or 1, etc., and not have anything else come out in between March and September. Because then if you think it's bad now in regards to, repetition and people complaining, I just don't see how Destiny will last. And I've said it countless times, there's fun to be had in this game. I'm still having fun with this game. But if I didn't have people to play with, I probably wouldn't even be playing them anymore. And I know that goes, a lot of people have been saying that, so it goes for a lot of other people. Now, it isn't because it's a bad game, and it isn't because, I don't like Bungie or don't like Activision or, whatever. It's just the fact that there's not enough newness to it. You can only do the same thing so many times before you just ask yourself, why am I doing this? When I could be doing something else, that's funner, new, or more challenging. Because doing the same thing over and over and progressing yourself, once you're progressing a little bit, it just makes it easier and easier and easier each time you do it. And so, you want something new, you want something fresh, you want something challenging. And yes, I know it's a lot to ask of game developers if you're only playing one game, but the way they advertise Destiny, it shouldn't be a problem. I mean, it's such a vast universe, because they're essentially saying the entire universe that we know in real life, our solar system, is open to the Destiny world, the Destiny, franchise. And the fact of Earth only having 1 patrol area, Moon 1 patrol area, what have you, Venus, Mars. There's so much more they can do by adding additional patrol areas, cities, just terrain, all that stuff to cover on the other planets. That, how can you have the Reef and not have anything explorable? It just doesn't make any sense to me right now. So if they don't open the rest of the planets up, and including the Reef. In between March and September, I just don't see how this game is going to last. You have multiple other games coming out that's going to pull people away for one. Yes, people are going to come back to this. Yes, people are still going to play this. New people are going to pick it up and play it. But, if you want this game to last 10 years, and the franchise to last 10 years essentially with this same, just content that we're seeing now to carry on for that long, you are going to have to keep it fresh, keep it new, consistently have ideas, utilize that team you claim to have that is supposed to bring something new daily, new weekly, that's around the clock thinking of fresh ideas. Because right now, again, as I've mentioned, it just hasn't been seen. So to be able to do that in between March and September, I think is huge. Again, I'd love just to see more released within this next expansion. And if this expansion, again, it just goes by really fast with how you complete it and doesn't provide really all that much newness, and they don't take advantage of the vastness that is currently there and the creativity that many people are putting forth in the community to tell, that Bungie can, use. That's the thing too. It's like you have this community telling you a bunch of stuff, and if you yourself can't think of it, or you don't even have to think of it, because there's so many people out there writing up their own lore or writing up their own interpretations of the current lore. You can take that and use it, or people just giving, basic ideas, straightforward ideas on stuff to add in. They don't even really have to do too much. So the fact of if they do have those particular teams, without us seeing anything from them currently, it's yet to be seen, in my opinion. Why is there even a team if nothing yet has been done, or if stuff is in the works to be done aside from the expansions? Why are you then not also taking from the community and utilizing their ideas to put in? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense to me to have a team that's supposed to be doing that has yet to do it. Okay, piggyback off of what the community is saying and implement those ideas and put them to work. And if you're not even going to do that much, then what's the point of having this vast, game where we're supposed to write our own story and have fun together and just have this big community of happy people, or what have you, this growth together, if nothing is going to be utilized in essence of community, advice, community ideas, or just newness from the development. Again, if to go back on my original point, if the second expansion doesn't offer any much content, which again I've seen what they've listed, and they don't do anything drastic in between March and September to implement fresh stuff, then I may very well quit playing this game and be done with it. I mean, it's not a threat, big whoop-de-doo with one person, but again, I have fun with this game. I like this game. I think it has, just incredible potential, and I just like to see them reach it quicker rather than later. And it'd be just nice to see this game thrive, because there is a good base currently, and it is good times. Well, that was the new strike, one of the new strikes, Dark Below. Hope you enjoyed it.